Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Atlanta and Company. I'm Christine Pilara. Many of us will be in a car accident sometime in our lifetime, and many of us will suffer debilitating and sometimes permanent injuries. Getting a fair settlement for injuries can be difficult. Hiring the right attorney could be your lifeline. That's where Henningsen Injury Attorneys comes in, and joining me this morning is President and Managing Attorney Todd R. Henningsen. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for coming here and helping us wade through all the information if unfortunately something happens and you are injured in an accident. So let's start off right off the bat. Tell us about your law firm.
Well, I am President and Managing Attorney of Henningsen Injury Attorneys, and we are a personal injury law firm located in Atlanta with a statewide practice, so we can practice all over the state of Georgia.
Okay, great. And for someone out there who is not familiar with personal injury law, what that all entails, kind of give us a brief summary.
Sure. Well, I've been practicing for about 10 years, and as a lawyer, I think we assume that everybody knows what personal injury law is. And really, when we're talking about personal injury law, what we're talking about is somebody who has been hurt and through no fault of their own. And essentially, it's automobile accidents, tractor-trailer accidents, medical malpractice claims, product liability claims, anything where somebody has been hurt.
Okay. And if somebody is wanting to have you represent them, kind of walk us through it, because I know some people that I'm sure are out there that are thinking, I need to have a personal injury attorney, but I don't know, is it expensive? Do I pay something up front? Give us the process.
Absolutely. The initial consultation is always free. And many of the cases come in through an initial phone call that we talk about the case. We work, though, on what's called a contingency fee basis, which means that there is no fee unless and until we are successful on the claim.
Good.
And the reason for a contingency fee is if you think about it, when someone is a victim of personal injury, this is a very vulnerable time in their life. They've been injured, their medical bills are mounting, and they may be missing work, so they may not be able to afford to pay for an attorney up front.
Right.
So what we're able to do through a contingency fee basis is to get quality, good legal representation without that upfront cost.
Right. It's a stressful time for people, so
Absolutely.
You want to try to minimize the stress for them and get them the help that they need. And talk about the process. Is it something, is it unfortunately something that's kind of dragged out, or can it be expedited, so to speak?
Well, what happens is that initial phone call, or somebody can come into my office. I'm happy to sit down and talk with them about their case. But the initial phone call, we go over the facts of the case, what happened. And then what we will do is, if we're going to undertake the representation, we will then at that point meet with them wherever they are within the state of Georgia. We'll sign some documents, and then I tell all of my clients, at that point it is for you to just go ahead and concentrate on getting better. Right. Let me handle all of the time deadlines. We'll focus on the law. We'll focus on everything that needs to be done. You get your medical treatment, and make sure that you can try to get back on your feet.
Todd, we see so many ads, so many commercials, so many things we're inundated with different choices for personal injury attorneys. Honestly, like in every business, there's a lot of competition out there. What would you say differentiates your firm from other firms out there?
Well, I think that the number one most important thing is you're always going to be dealing with a lawyer. There's not a case manager. It's not a paralegal who's handling your claim. What you are going to see is you are going to get down-to-earth, real legal advice about your claim, and we are going to streamline that process and make sure that we are getting you a settlement, or if we have to go to a trial, we're equipped to do that. We will go into a trial. Whatever needs to be done on your case, we're going to make sure that that's what's necessary.
Great. And if somebody, let's just give an example, if somebody, say, has been in a car accident, what advice do you have for them?
Well, I think that there's two things that you need to look at. And first is the immediate needs. If you're hurt, get the medical
help. Yeah,
right,
get
the help you need. But make sure that you call the police, get an accident report, find out the other party's insurance information. Who are the witnesses? Who out there saw the incident? A lot of people were surprised that there may not have been a witness to the incident. And then the secondary needs, and what I really caution people about, is giving a recorded statement to the other party's insurance company. I would refrain from doing that. What I would do is call us and let us tell you what your rights are. Right. So you know and you have that information, because the insurance company on the other side definitely knows what the rights are.
Right.
And they're going to talk to you. And that recorded statement or talking to them may end up coming back to bite you later.
Okay. And lastly, what steps can we actually take to protect ourselves before a car accident even happens?
Well, and what we're talking about there is really insurance. And I think a lot of people are under the mistaken assumption that if you are injured in a car wreck, you are going to get everything that you're entitled to. But it's typically tied to what the amount of insurance that's available. So what I've done is put up on my website a very, very brief legal guide to some things to talk to your insurance agent about. Things like liability insurance. Do you have adequate coverage? The minimum limits in Georgia are $25,000. So do you have the adequate coverage for that? And then also uninsured motorist coverage. That protects you in the event that somebody else hits you and doesn't have adequate insurance. A lot of people don't even understand what that is. And then another option is medical expense coverage. Medical expense coverage protects you regardless of who is at fault and operates like health insurance if you're injured in your car. So you can download that very brief legal guide on my website, and it's really just to start a dialogue with your agent, or call me. I'm happy to walk you through it and give you some pointers on, what you need to do to protect yourself.
Great, great information, Todd. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And if you would like some more information, please give them a call at 404-835-4935, or simply visit them online, as he said, at henningsenlaw.com. And this segment was paid for by Henningsen Injury Attorneys. Atlanta & Company will be right back after this short break. We hope you stay with us.